Welcome to the Mindfulness Within Podcast. This is a space for people longing to live in their true self, where healing is not about fixing what's broken, but about uncovering what's always been whole. I'm your host, Gilbert Romero-Mewharter, with over 20 years of experience supporting children and caregivers through mindfulness and inner work. I'm honored to walk this path with you. Today's episode invites us to turn on another powerful part of our inner world, the protector. While the inner critic often gets the spotlight, our protectors are the parts that manage, control, distract, numb, or push us. Sometimes in ways that look helpful, sometimes in ways that feel overwhelming or even harmful. But here's the truth. Protectors, like all parts in internal family systems, are doing the very best they can. They carry the burden of keeping us safe, often without rest, often without support. So today we'll explore how can we reorganize and befriend our protectors. We'll look at the ways they show up and what they're protecting us from. Most importantly, how mindfulness can help us relate to them with compassion instead of resistance. Take a deep breath and let's begin. In internal family systems, our inner world is made up of many parts, and among those, the protector parts have one of the most demanding jobs, keeping us safe. Protectors come in two main categories, managers and firefighters. These are both protective, but they operate in very different ways. Managers are proactive. They work hard to prevent us from being hurt, rejected, embarrassed, or abandoned. They might show up as perfectionism, people-pleasing, overthinking, constant planning, or emotional suppression. Their job is to manage life so nothing goes wrong. Firefighters, on the other hand, are reactive. When something painful or triggering slips past managers and touches a vulnerable part, what IFS calls an exile, the firefighters rush in to put out the emotional fire. This might look like binge-watching TV, compulsive eating, drinking, scrolling endlessly on your phone, or even lashing out in anger. They act fast and without much nuance because their mission is simple: shut down the pain. Now here's where compassion comes in. Even when a protector's behavior seems dysfunctional or self-sabotaging, it's acting from a place of care. Somewhere in your past, that strategy worked. It got you through. It helped you survive. For example, the part of you that overworks might have learned early on that achievement meant acceptance. Or a part that shuts down in conflict might have grown up in a home where speaking up wasn't safe. These parts didn't choose their roles, they inherited them. But over time, those roles become outdated. The child who had to suppress their needs is now an adult who longs for connection. The protector that numbs with food or substances might not realize you've developed new tools to cope. That's where mindful IFS comes in. When we approach protectors with mindfulness and curiosity, we interrupt the automatic cycle. We let these parts know you're not alone anymore. There's a self here, calm, compassionate, and capable of leading. And when protectors begin to trust the self, They don't have to work so hard. They can rest. They can transform. If you like what you're hearing so far, please like, share, and subscribe so we can grow our community of care. So how do we begin relating to our protectors instead of being ruled by them? Mindfulness is the gateway. It gives us pause between impulse and action, the space to witness, name, and listen. Let's say you notice yourself reaching for your phone for the 10th time in an hour. Instead of shaming or forcing willpower, you pause, you breathe, you name what's happening. You might say, a part of me really wants to scroll right now. That's the first step, awareness. Then we invite curiosity. You might ask gently, what are you trying to help me avoid right now? What are you protecting me from feeling? You're not interrogating, you're listening. This part might be protecting you from anxiety, boredom, loneliness, or deeper emotional pain. Maybe it's been doing this for years, tirelessly, trying to keep you from feeling overwhelmed. As you stay present and grounded, you begin to unblend from the part. This is key in IFS. You are not the compulsive behavior. You are not the avoidance. You are the one noticing the self. From this place, we can start a relationship. We can thank the part for what it's trying to do. We can let it know we want to help carry the burden. And over time, as trust builds, protectors become less extreme. Some even take on new roles: creativity, leadership, humor, or wisdom. Mindfulness gives us the steadiness to hold space for all of this. When intense emotions arise, mindfulness grounds us. When a part panics or numbs, mindfulness says, stay. Let's see what this is about. This isn't about eliminating parts or behaviors. It's about integration, about learning to live with our whole system in harmony instead of inner conflict. Let's now move into a series of guided practices to help you connect with a protector part. These are gentle invitations. Go at your own pace. Please remember, don't do these exercises while driving or multitasking. Find a quiet space and give yourself permission to be fully here. So this first exercise will be noticing a protective pattern. Begin by finding a comfortable position, seated or lying down. Let your hands gently rest in your lap or by your sides. Take a slow, steady breath in through your nose. And a long, soft breath out through your mouth. Do that 2 more times, inviting your body to settle just a little more with each exhale. Now allow your attention to gently turn inward. Bring to mind a pattern or behavior you've noticed in yourself recently. Something that feels automatic or repetitive. It could be overworking, avoiding people, numbing with food or screens, criticizing yourself, staying constantly busy, or shutting down emotionally. Without judgment, just notice the pattern. Picture a moment when this behavior showed up clearly. Where were you? What was happening around you? What emotions were present? Now gently ask yourself, is there a part of me that stepped in to protect me in that moment? Let the answer arise in its own time. Trust what comes, even if it's unclear or surprising. Notice how this part lives in your body. Scan from your head down through your neck, shoulders, chest, belly, and legs. Where do you feel its energy? Tightness, warmth, pressure, numbness. Just notice. Be curious. Now silently say to this part, I see you. I'm here. Thank you for stepping in. There's no need to change or fix anything. Just acknowledging its presence begins to shift the dynamic. Take another breath here. Allow yourself to feel grounded in your own presence. Let the experience be enough. The second exercise is called visualizing the protector. Let's continue our journey by imagining this protective part in a visual form. Close your eyes if you feel safe to do so, or soften your gaze. Bring this protective part into your awareness, the one you just felt in your body or saw in your recent pattern. Now ask your mind to show you what this part might look like if it had a form. What image comes to you? It might be a person, an animal, a symbol, or even a sensation, like a wall of fog or armor. Let your imagination be playful. There's no right or wrong. Once the image becomes clear, imagine it sitting or standing across from you. See its posture, expression, energy. Is it tense, alert, gentle, stern? Now from yourself, your calm, curious center, speak to this part with kindness. I see you. I know you've been trying to help me. I'm not here to push you away. I just want to understand you better. What are you afraid would happen if you stopped protecting me in this way? Wait. Listen. The answer might come in words, images, emotions, or silence. All are welcome. You might also ask, how long have you been carrying this role? Did you take on this job at a certain point in my life? If you feel any compassion for this part, let it be known through words, warmth, or just your presence. You might say, I'm sorry you've had to work so hard. You don't have to do this alone anymore. Let this image gently dissolve when you feel complete. Thank the part for revealing itself. Take a grounding breath. and slowly return to the present. His third exercise is called meeting the Exile, the protector guards. This next practice invites us to gently explore what the protector is guarding. First, ground yourself. Feel your feet touching the floor, or your body resting on the surface beneath you. Breathe in and breathe out. Let yourself settle a little more deeply. Now bring the protector part back into your awareness, the one you visualized, the one you noticed earlier. With care and curiosity, ask this part: is there someone or something you're protecting? Is there a younger part of me you're trying to keep safe? Imagine this protector part leading you, if it feels safe, to the one it protects. You might see a child, a memory, a moment in time, or just a feeling. What do you notice? How old is this part of you? What is their expression, their posture, their energy? Sit beside this young part in your mind's eye. Offer them your gentle presence. You might say, I see you. You didn't deserve what happened. You are not alone anymore. Feel the emotion this part holds: grief, fear, shame, longing, or confusion. Let it be there. Just stay. Now gently turn to the protector again. Say to it, thank you for keeping this part safe all these years. I'm ready to help care for them now. You've done your job beautifully. You can rest when you're ready. Let both parts know that you will return. That healing doesn't have to happen all at once. Slowly bring yourself back into the room. Wiggle your fingers or toes. Take a deep breath. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. If you'd like to take a few minutes to journal about what you experience, you can write to the protector or from the protector. You can sketch images that arose or reflect on the emotions you felt. Remember, there is no rush. Relationship with your inner world takes time. Trust the pace of your unfolding. You're learning a new way of being with yourself, for yourself, and that in itself is an act of courage. As we come to the close of this episode, I want to reflect on something important. Protectors are not a sign of dysfunction. They're a sign of wisdom. Your system found a way to survive, sometimes in brilliant, sometimes in burdensome ways. And now, as you begin to relate to those strategies with mindfulness and compassion, healing becomes possible. The goal is not to banish protectors. It's to invite them into relationship with self, so they don't have to carry the weight alone anymore. You may find that some of your protectors are eager to be seen. Others may be skeptical or slow to trust. That's okay. The pace of healing is not measured in speed, but in sincerity. Each time you pause and listen, each time you breathe instead of each time you breathe instead of react, each time you say to a part, I am here, I care, you are changing your inner world. So as you move into your day or night, consider journaling about a protector you met. Write down its fears, its role, its hopes. Offer it compassion. And if you feel called, find an IFS-informed therapist or community to walk this path with you. You don't have to be alone to do this. Remember, you are not broken. You are not your patterns. You are not your pain. You are the self. Curious, calm, confident, and capable of holding it all. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for listening deeply. Not to just this podcast, but to yourself. Until next time, be gentle with your protectors. Let them know you're here now. You're listening, and healing is possible. If you liked what you heard today, please like, share, and subscribe so we can grow our community of care.